I'm sure most of you have heard the good news. Jon Julio, he's released a new skate company and a new skate, and it's going to be called Them Skates. So all the theories that everyone had, they were correct. I'm sure most of you have seen the pictures, but here they are again. Just like with the Rocies, Jon Julios is reviving an old skate and giving it some new life. A skate called the Sabotage, something Sabotage. Apparently this is a skate that used to only be in like sports shops and stuff. It was a bit of a joke, I think. People didn't really like it. It was a cheap, horrible, aggressive skate, but put some new life into them and they look very unique. Jon Julio did actually release a promo video with the team on Them Goods website. I'll link that. Here's a clip from it. It's pretty sick. It's all black and white to like give the worry of like, what are these skates gonna be? It was really cool. Here's what we know about the skate so far. It's coming out in 2 colors. It's coming out in black and ivory. He hasn't released any pictures of anything but the black ones so far. If there is any pictures of the white ones, I'll link them in the description below. Sizing wise, the boots only coming in 3 different sizes. Jon Julio's calling it small, medium and large. Small being 7 to 8 US, medium being 9 to 10 US, and large being 11 to 12. At the moment he's only selling the boot as a boot only, and it's only going to be 165 US dollars, which is a very reasonable price. He really wants to keep it at that price too, which I greatly appreciate. Makes him very in reach. But yeah, he's saying he's still got to work out the budgeting for selling it as a complete skate. As you should all know, Them Goods makes youth frames and they got wheels and bearings and everything. But he wants to make the skate cost around about 200 US dollars to 250 tops. So he's got to make sure he's not working at a loss with the parts he is now before he can live up to that. If you wanted to order the skates, they go on pre-order on the 20th of February. It's a few days away. I'll link to Them Goods website. It should be from there that you'll be able to pre-order them. Jon Julio did a like 2-hour-long podcast for the Mushroom Blading podcast, and I do recommend listening to that. I learned a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff that Jon Julio's been up to and what it was like for him to work with Rocies to make Valo, and how he's kind of put all his savings into this new skate company because he wanted to make sure that the money that we put into skates is going back into skating. He wants to make sure the pros are getting some money. Companies like Rocies and K2, you know, they don't have any pro riders. They're not giving money back. And Jon Julio wants to change that. He knows that to help rollerblading stay alive, we need to keep the little amount of money that's still coming through it, coming back into rollerblading. After listening to that podcast, man, I admire Jon Julio so much. Big shout out to him, man. He's living his dreams. He's making history again. The release of this new skate has had a decent amount of backlash. People are hating on it because it is the Sabotage skate that people I think have a bad like opinion of, and they are a very different looking skate. I've read a lot of hate comments on Reddit and stuff. People saying like wishing that he had changed technology, not brought back old dead models from the grave, and you know, like why didn't he just make a whole new skate with all the new technology and stuff. But if you learn the behind the scenes part, you'll see how that like isn't possible. Making a new mold for a skate would take so long and it would cost an insane amount of money and it just wouldn't be worth it. So reviving an old mold is actually the best bet, and it was the safest bet, and it still wasn't cheap, but it made the goal of Jon Julio having his own company that he's fully in charge of achievable. He's actually gone to some crazy lengths for this as well. In the podcast he said he did the minimum order he could do for skates from this China manufacturing place, and that was 1,000 skates. He even managed to hustle him to let him do 2 colors, so he's got 1,000 skates, probably 50-50 black and ivory, and they're all just getting sent to his house. All 1,000 skates showing up at Jon Julio's house at some point, which is some mad dedication. But he says he's got all the wheels and frames and stuff at his house too. So when he does eventually release full skate setups, he's gonna literally be screwing 1,000 frames and skates together with the wheels himself. Probably with some help, but all by hand and then sending it out. Isn't that freaking crazy? Jon Julio's definitely got a lot of love for rollerblading, and he's doing a lot of great things for our sport, and I greatly appreciate it. My opinion on them, when I first saw them, I was like, not gonna lie, I was a bit disappointed. I was kind of like, they look pretty average, but there's some weird kind of unique features to them that I kind of like. First off, the liner. This is the first time I've seen a liner like this. Some of the rims liners are like this, I guess, but it looks like it goes over the cuff, which is very unique, and it looks quite cool. It looks really good with the logo on the back. And on the shell itself, the shell has like spaces for where the eyelids for the laces are, and This is very unique, and I think it looked really cool with certain type of liners and stuff, and with different colors. Would I get them? I'm actually pretty on the fence about getting them, because I've seen some people in the community have been making some like photoshops in them, changing the colors and stuff, and I can see some really good potential on these skates, man. They look really cool in different colors. Like this red one, some guy posted on Facebook. It looks so sick in red, I can't believe it. I can never skate red skates, but it shows the potential of the skate. It looks pretty cool, man. And someone even mashed it up with a Valo, gave it a skin, and it looks cool with the skin as well. This is gonna be Valo all over again. It's gonna be a sick skate. I can see it now. So yeah, I'm pretty keen to get my hands on some, I'm not gonna lie. I'm going to the States in a few months, which means I can get the skates for cheaper, like no postage. So I'm probably gonna be thinking about getting them then. We'll see what happens though. I recommend waiting for some reviews before you get them, but I think Jon Julio deserves some support from us and risked his savings to support rollerblading. The least we can do is give him a chance, right? I think he's done a very good job building up the hype for these skates. I like all the little teasers he's been posting, man. It's getting the community riled up and hyped for something new. And honestly, I think it's going to pay off, and I think this is going to overdo Valo. A few concerns I have with this company. I've seen someone talk about how the name of the skates is it's not good for just word of mouth, because say someone asks what skates you're riding and you say them skates, it's just gonna, it's not a name. People are just gonna think you're stating it, and maybe that's like the cool part of it, but I can see that being a problem when you're trying to advertise and stuff like that and trying to spread word of mouth. Could work though, could be cool because it's funny, could stick because it's funny, and so I guess it's not that bad. But yeah, I think it's sick. Shout out to Jon Julio. That is everything to do with them skates. I'll links to all my references and stuff in the description below if you want to check them out. 20th of Feb's when they go on pre-order, remember that. It's also the day I lose monetization, so it's a good day, right? So yeah, thank you so much for coming back. I hope you're all as hyped as me. I do want to give a quick shout out to another YouTube channel I stumbled across that has way too few subs. It's a dude, the channel name is Blading with Chef Knives. His channel's sick, that's all it is. It really gave me that old school vibe of blading where, you just feel like you're part of a community, and it's just all these people that just love the same thing as you. It's great. So I recommend checking it out. Linked in the description. Other than that, thanks so much for watching again, guys. I'm going to be posting 3 videos this week since this is the last week I get monetized. Stay tuned tomorrow for the travel vlog, and then Friday I got a story time for you guys. So I'll see you then, guys. Peace.